Cat Academy behind him as the runners prepare to move out for the running of the feature race on the card. Libidinius at $5.70, Marwin Gold at $5.50. Now Athelnoth at $6.20. On screen is Marwin Gold. Bernie was going to be sitting in the jockey's room. That's Bernadette Cooper, and she was going to be watching the race, but with Rod Quinn not well, she's picked up the ride now on Athelnoth, the horse that she's ridden in the past. Let's see what she's got to say about the horse's chances as Chris Kearns catches up to her just prior to the runners moving out.
Bernadette, well, first question is from the crew back at Skies. What's happened to the hair, and is it matching the colours that you're wearing?
Yeah, it's. I figured if I could win a feature race today, it'd be nice to be a bit colour coordinated.
Well, you didn't know that you were going to be riding Athelnoth today till you got here and suddenly found that Rod Quinn was indisposed, and you only had a quiet day, but you picked up an excellent ride.
Yeah, that's right. I just had one ride in the race before this, and like you say, Rod's not riding, and Betty asked me would I ride this horse. Obviously, it's a pleasure to ride this horse. He's a great ride to have in this race.
I saw it win the Royal Sovereign on a slow track, so it can obviously get through the ground.
Yeah, that's right. He does like the soft going, and then his next start, I think, in the June Stakes, he ran second again. He does like the soft going, but there's probably a few other chances in it that do like the soft going too.
And you rode Athelnoth as a 2-year-old. In fact, you won on him once.
Yeah, I won his first race on him, and I've ridden him a few times, and he's grown into a nice horse. He's a good size horse now, and I think he'll race really well today.
All right, it looks a terrific ride, $100,000 race, Pacesetter, and it looks like the mud pack after the race.
Yeah, it'd be a nice bit of pocket money and mud pack while I'm at it.
Indeed. Okay, good luck, Bernadette.
Thanks very much.
Bernadette Cooper.
And she's picked up the ride on Athelnoth, who goes around in the Pacesetter. Arriving at the start is Marwin Gold. Gary Portelli had the story in the paper yesterday that he was unlucky in the race last year. He said the ambulance had to go and treat someone on track, and that meant that the race was a little bit delayed, and Marwin Gold got very fidgety and got all hotted up behind the gate, and that brought about his undoing. He's $5.60. Libidinius, quality mare, $5.80. Tony Brazel thinks that she can overcome the gate, which is not too big a worry, I wouldn't think, on that track. But the impost of 58.5. Athelnoth at $6. Scottish Pride $7.40. Scored Brat at $9.60, and Stormcat Academy. This is a race that's suitable for him today at $11, and he's raced well at that track in the past. Blinkers back on Shags, and Chester County's got a chance. The late mail with Gary next.
Here we are at the big one of the day, Gary, the Pacesetter, $100,000 race. Terrific field this. What have you settled on?
Chris, I'm going to settle on number 1, Libidinous. Look, it's a toughest race. You won't get any tougher than this. It's around about 5-1 the field. With the bookmakers, I can find 7 or 8 real good chances in the race. The reason I like Gay Waterhouse's mare, the top weight, she's unbeaten in 2 runs on heavy tracks. Don't worry about the wide alley, because that's where you want them. You saw where that last winner, it come right down the outside fence. So the wide barrier, no problem at all. Has won 2 trials already this month at Randwick and Rosehill. Having a look at her in the yard, you couldn't get her any fitter for a first up run. First up record is superb, 5 preparations for 3 wins, and she has got plenty of speed. So I'm going to settle on her number 1. I thought number 14, last year's winner, Stormcat Academy, had a good chance. He likes this type of going, and he does race very, very well here at Gosford. He'll get back a bit, but he'll find the line strong, and he looks very, very fit in the mounting yard. 13, Sports Brat is a real mudlark. You need a horse that can get a little bit further than 1,200 to win this race today, and that's why I reckon he's got a good chance. He looks good. His last run was okay at Rosehill. Put him in for 3rd. And number 4 has been good money for Scottish Pride here. Only had the 1 run this preparation, or actually the 2 runs. At Scone on Scone Cup Day, run 2nd behind Sakani. Now, hasn't raced since. That was 41 days ago. Has been well backed, has been working well at Broadmeadow, and looks terrific. So in the big one of the day, the Pacesetter, 1 on top to beat 14, 13 and 4.
And he gets a bit of weight relief today against this field as well, which will help him out. Scottish Pride, he's at $7.90. And Brit's Best at $32. Chester County in the betting. Over the page we go. Stormcat Academy at $9.60. They'll move up into the gates very shortly. Grant Buckley also is the replacement rider with Lenny Beasley, unable to get down to 53 on Stormcat Academy. And Grant Buckley has the ride in Athelnoth.
Yes, indeed, Terry, thank you. And Athelnoth has firmed into a favouritism on track in the ring. 5 Athelnoth, shading number 1 Libidinius. So terrific betting race. It's unfortunate that the rain is really falling, and visibility up there at the 1200 is a little difficult at the moment. Libidinius cast a plate, and fortunately was picked up very quickly by Chris Muntz. He dismounted at the 200, and the farrier came down and pardon me, replated the mare there. And let's see where she is now. She's around about the 1100, so It won't be long before she is at the stalls and going into her wide gate. On the tote in New South Wales at the moment, number 1 at $5.80, and just in front of number 1 is number 5, Athelnoth, at $5.50. Now Athelnoth standing well. Umbani is there, Stormcat Academy last year's winner. And Libidinius arriving at the start. Now Libidinius has reached the starting stalls, and there looks to be only 2 or 3 to load for this year's Pacesetter Stakes, $100,000. Only a couple out of line here. Athelnoth very well tried late. $100,000, the Pacesetter, Stormcat Academy winning it 12 months ago, and of course is in the field this year. Freebie circling around behind the line. There might be a problem with one widely drawn. Brit's Best, I think it's right. Its stablemate stands well. Scottish Pride. Libidinius not in. Zhivago drawn on the fence. So the Pacesetter getting a little bit behind schedule, as it was last year when there was a slight problem, but nevertheless it won't be long now. Freebie getting closer. Libidinius just about right. Now there's the red lights. Soon be off, and the Pacesetter line steadies. They're racing, and Freebie and Libidinius wide out. Got out well, headed by Hurricane Stroller. Sunburn Boy hit the ground quickly, then Marwin Gold, Sir Kenny. Followed wider out by Scottish Pride, then Athelnoth. Umbani is making headway, followed by Shags, and then Sports Brit's Best, followed by Stormcat Academy. Chester County slipping along the rails, then Maitland Gold, and Zhivago brings up the rear. 7:50 to travel, and here is Umbani going like the wind to take the lead from Hurricane Stroller. Libidinius third, then Marwin Gold, followed by Shags. Freebie out off the track from Athelnoth and Scottish Pride, Sir Kenny, and then Chester County over on the rails, a length and a half. Sports Brat, Sunburn Boy, then Stormcat Academy, Maitland Gold, and Zhivago is tailed right off. 400 out in the Pacesetter. Here's a duel. Hurricane Strollers dropped off along the rails, and Marwin Gold has joined Shags. Umbani followed closely by Sir Kenny, and then Athelnoth, Chester County, Libidinius the outside, and then Scottish Pride. They're using the whole stretch of the Gosford course in the straight end. Now it's Brit's Best getting through. Brit's Best from Stormcat Academy, Marwin Gold, but Brit's Best will win it. Brit's Best got up from Marwin Gold and Libidinius, Stormcat Academy, Scottish Pride, Freebie, and then came Athelnoth, Sports Brat, Chester County, followed home by Sunburnt Boy, Shags, Umbani, Maitland Gold, Zhivago, and a long margin off in the race then was Hurricane Stroller. I see Sir Kenny pulling up rather quickly in the run on.
They've both firmed up quite considerably late in betting. Favourite now is number 7 at $5.90, and that is Shannon Lee for Des Burns. So they moved in pretty quickly here. Nouveau Riche is in line. So good money here for Narwhal, and Mr. Fiorelli at one stage was $33 on the tote. It's about $9 now. So we're close. Starter gets onto his stand. Last leg of the double and treble. Nearly ready, Avon, Jewel and Buzz, the early winners, set ready, racing this time. Came away in a pretty good line, and Sir Widderwood is going fast early, racing up, looking for the early lead. No Grand Arrow in the early stage. We expected it might be up front, but Smart Show Off is going up there quickly, and Narwhal is going forward as well. Now Grand Arrow, after beginning only fairly, is pressing forward, but it is out wide on the track as Narwhal takes the lead. Grand Arrow moves up on its outside now and gets to second. Now in third, Sir Widderwood, and Smart Show Off drops fourth over on the rail. A length and a half to Bay Duke on the inside. Wide on the track, Shannon Lee's 3 deep, and then See the Way nearer to the rail. A length and a half to Sin City, getting a fair way back in the field. They're followed then a good way back behind them, Nick Tom. Mr. Fiorelli is next to last, and Nouveau Reach at the rear. Narwhal's in front as they run up past the 600, and it moved clear. Got about 2 lengths in front of Grand Arrow, who's being driven along to try and stay with Narwhal, but can't at the moment. 2.5 lengths further astern, then came Shannon Lee making up some ground. Over on the inside behind those looking for a run, Sir Winterwood, but it's under pressure. Narwhal swung wide round the turn. It's in front. Grand Arrow stayed to the inside of it. Then Shannon Lee. Here's Sin City starting to rip down the outside. Sin City on the outside went up to Narwhal. In the centre there was Shannon Lee. Grand Arrow is only plugging, but Sin City sprints to the lead inside the 200. Oh, it kicked away, and it's home, Sin City. Back from Rockhampton with a vengeance. It bolted in. Second will go to Shannon Lee, I'd say, just in front of Nick Tom. They're followed by Bay Duke, Grand Arrow, and wide out Narwhal. They're in a photo behind those for the first 4. Then came Smart Show Off, a good gap further back in the field of Sir Winterwood. Then came See the Way, Mr. Fiorelli, and Nouveau Reach, the last one to pull up. Well, Sin City swept down the outside as well here. Come home with a sweeping run and raced up to them, got the better of them quickly, coming down to the 200 metre mark, and has drawn right away in the run of the line to win well. So the last 2 races, we've seen them sweep right down the outside. Number 7, the winner, Sin City. 7, Shannon Lee gets second, and 12's got third. Nick Tom has got up in time to run third, number 12. 9, 7, 12. Now it'll be tight for fourth. There's about 3 of them there. And from here, it's silly. Well, it is impossible to try and work out what has run fourth. But it is number 2 out wide. Narwhal has got fourth. 9, 7, 12 and 2, Narwhal.
Formerly trained by Steve Inglebrett. He's a horse that needs to find his feet and then get away from other horses and as wide as you can, and that's how he was ridden today, and he swamped them. Raced clear to win. Went through the tried horse sale not long ago. I think they wanted about 10 or 12 or something thousand for him or something like that. Anyway, he's won a couple of races for his new connections now with the Rocky win going back 3 runs ago. Let's go back to Gosford and clear those totes up after the running of the Pacesetter. The winner, Brit's Best, with the blinkers going back on today. $32.78 from Marwin Gold, $2.60, and Libidinius at $2.20. I don't think I've ever seen a horse race wider at Gosford than what Libidinius did. Down the back straight, it must have been about 3 or 4 horses away from the outside fence. As we come towards the home corner, Shag's taken on by Marwin Gold as they head for home, and watch them fan here. That's Libidinius on the extreme outside, and Brit's Best getting this run in the orange right through the centre.
County, Libidinius the outside, and then Scottish Pride. They're using the whole stretch of the Gosford course in the straight end. Now it's Brit's Best getting through. Brit's Best from Stormcat Academy, Marwin Gold, but Brit's Best will win it. Brit's Best got up from Marwin Gold and Libidinius, Stormcat Academy, Scottish Pride, Freebie, and then...
Trained by Max Lees and ridden by Alan Robinson. He's always been a good little horse. He can't carry weights, but when he strikes his best form, he's always competitive in a race. You look back at it, you think, well, gee, he did start at a pretty good price, didn't he? It's very easy to be wise after the race, isn't it? Brit's Best, the winner, $32.70 and $8 in a time of 1:14.58. And the last race coming your way from Gosford at 4:30, although they may run a shade late because they're about 8 or 9 minutes late for that race, with Libidinius casting a plate moving on at the...
Another call comes through.